Hey, look, are you as ready as we are? It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you could join us. What an exciting game. Opening night in the NBA. State Farm presents the starting lineups. First for the Spurs, Chris Paul is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then it's Anthony, and it's LeBron in at the 4 slot. And for the Hornets, Vasquez is in at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And manning the middle, a champion in his lone season at Kentucky. And the 2012 #1 pick overall, shot blocker extraordinaire, Anthony Davis. He's thrilled for this one. Everyone will be watching now. NBA official game. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu, and it's Anderson in at the power forward position. Now here's LeBron. Kicks it to Paul. Puts up a 3. Good. Paul's got his team on the board to start the game for the Spurs.
And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip.
Got a piece of it. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Anthony up with it. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Anthony's got his first points of the game. Here is Vasquez, defended by Paul. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here. Vasquez passes to Davis. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play.
You can now be seen.
Kobe with it. Paul outside. A 3. And Davis pulls it down. Here's Gordon. No good trying to beat the button. And back to the action again. Everyone excited to be playing for a fresh new year. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Spurs. Rivers against Williams, and the call will be against Deron Williams. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Anderson comes in for Hakeem Warrick. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Vasquez in for Rivers. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for Pau Gasol. Kobe's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Paul in for Deron Williams. For 3, Kobe. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Boy, that is just good stuff for him. Nice touch.
On defense, San Antonio. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Vasquez kicks to Gordon. 17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The shot from the low post is good.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
Paul for 3. Kept alive. Beyond the arc. No luck. Here's Vasquez. Cannot hit. And we're through 2 here and a good one. It's the Spurs.
And I thought the Hornets made some quiet moves last year that really helped in their rebuilding process. They were able to strengthen their guard rotation with the additions of Grievous Vasquez and Xavier Henry.
Paul for 3. Can't get it to go. So the Hornets will take it the other way. Here is Vasquez. Gives him the lead pass. Aminu. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Going back to the Hornets, when you rebuild, there isn't really one guy, Clark, to bring in to do it. You sort of have to kind of gather talent and let it grow. That seems to be the approach down in New Orleans.
Yeah, and that's a good approach, I think. Credit the Hornets for doing that last year. He gave guys that hadn't had much opportunity pretty heavy minutes, and in doing so, may have discovered some diamonds in the rough.
A finish, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Three-pointer with unbelievable. And it's the Hornets with the ball. 6-point game. This, of course, their first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
And having to see each other 4 times like these two will this season. I know they'd each like to make a statement in this first contact. Terrible defense for both teams, just atrocious.
Yeah, it's been awful, Steve. I don't know any other way to say it, and I'm sure both teams will get an earful from their coach.
Anthony kicks to LeBron. This one for 3. Gets it to go. And as for the point Steve just made, Clark, do you think there is a little bit of added pressure in the first game of a season series at this point?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think the first game in any series is the biggest and most important game. So from that standpoint, yes. But with 3 games to follow it, it certainly isn't make or break.
Teams always like to set a tone, don't they?
Yeah, you like to send a message if you can.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Davis is checked in for Lopez. Anderson comes in for Jason Smith. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Roger Mason. And it's Vasquez in for Rivers. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're winning by 5. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anderson dishes to Gordon. Chipped away. And they go to the intentional foul. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They lead by 5. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here is Howard. Here's Anthony. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And that should do it. This is an insurmountable lead.
Yep, there's too little time left, too big a deficit to overcome. This one's over.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And here's LeBron outside. No good. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was. And I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.